Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up family. This week, it's all about a winning mindset. Yesterday, we defined what a winning mindset looks like and what it feels like. And today, we're going to be talking about 2 ways to develop your winning mindset. So first, build your grit. A winning mindset, it isn't about talent. It isn't about luck. It's about building in the grind. It's built on the field. It's built winning in the dark. It's built working for something and towards something that you believe in. Grit is passion. Grit is perseverance. Grit is being able to navigate through challenges, right? Adversities, and remain true to your vision and your purpose. Like, that's grit. Like, when I think of grit, I'm like, my feet are in. I'm planted. I'm doing this. I'm a tree. I'm not going to waver. My roots are deep. Even when we are growing through a valley, we build grit. You have 2 choices when you're in a valley, going through an obstacle, whatever you want to call it. You can build resilience or you could build resentment. One builds grit. The other one doesn't. You could easily see which one doesn't, right? You choose. It's always your choice. Isn't that's very empowering? And sometimes it's like, ugh. Building grit is your choice. Developing a mindset is your choice. Building a winning mindset is 100% up to you. You can do it. You can build grit every single day. Do most people build grit? The truth? No, they don't. Because most shy away at failure. Most want things to flow to them like a river, but they sit on their ass like a damn rock. You can have any single thing you want if you're willing to build the mindset to achieve it. All wins, we know this. Every single win, it's won in the mind first. A leader with grit builds the ability to persevere. They are willing to put in the extra effort, the greater effort. Having grit builds your ability to grow. It builds your ability to expand. Grit is mental endurance. It's mental toughness. And it goes hand in hand with developing a winning mindset, right? Especially if you expect to lead people. You need to have grit. You can't blow away like a little piece of paper in a wind. You need to be rooted and grounded, okay? A leader with grit finds their way through and they find their way around everything. Really think about that. What developing grit means to you. When you feel far away from a goal, what do? Do you allow distractions in? Do you begin to justify and make excuses? Are you literally, right? When you go through things, are you just missing in action to the people that you've asked to hold you accountable? Or are you pushing harder? Are you working more? Are you digging your heels in? Are you focusing on the big picture? Living and working in your commitment. It's so easy to make a declaration and set goals when you're feeling amazing, right? We might listen to a podcast. We might attend a training, whatever it is. You get motivated. You set goals. But here's the thing about motivation. That's not a mindset. Motivation isn't a winning mindset. It's a temporary feeling that you must build upon. It's a great beginning. It's something to build off of. It's like a special or a sale. Like you build off of it, but it's not going to sustain. Motivation is going to last as long as your last meal, right? Have you guys ever eaten a meal and thought, I know me a million times, I am so full, I'm not going to eat the rest of the day, right? And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, squirrel, I'm starving, I'm eating again, I'm making a meal. Same thing with motivation, right? It's temporary. A winning mindset is a skill set that builds and compounds over time. As you build your grit, you build your mindset, you grow your influence. It's all connected. So what is today's assignment, right? Part of this, we're going to go into reason number 2, but when talking about grit, what are you not all in on? What are you thinking about and backing away with fear or adversity? You know, is it starting a new business? Is it calling people that you know you should? Is it packing your calendar? Like, dig your heels in and decide to be known for grit. Like, we're here to build a legacy. Okay. So the next way to develop your winning mindset is to be willing to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. Average people, what do? They try something. They go for a goal. Now, whenever I say average people, you're not average people. You're not average people. We're separating ourselves from average. But they hit an obstacle. Life gets in the way. And then all of a sudden, they're like squirrel. Okay. They lose sight of the squirrel in the middle of the street, and they lose sight of which side to run toward. Are you going to run towards your word? Are you going to run towards your goal? It might seem a little bit scary. There might be some moving cars. Or are you going to run towards safety, your limiting beliefs in your comfort zone? Okay. That's what happens when we put out these big goals. We're like, yeah, we're going for it. Then we're in the middle of the street. We don't know which way to go. Leaders with a winning mindset, they make quitting not an option. They aren't going back. They're plowing through. They are willing to do whatever it takes. If they have a daily goal, they're not focused on the checklist. They're going to work for as long as it takes and put in as much effort as it takes to create the results. They don't make excuses. They know that excuses scream amateur. Winners don't make excuses, period. If your goal is to develop a winning mindset, and level up, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, you know what happens? We make excuses. And don't get me wrong. Most excuses, they're real. They're true. They might be factual things that are happening, but they're simply excuses. If you are willing to do whatever it takes, your mindset adjusts. It knows it's going the distance. You are building the muscle of mental toughness and a winning mindset. So let's get really real for a minute. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself, are you willing to do whatever it takes? When you look inside yourself and truly ask, you know what happens? It creates a movement. Those who are willing to do whatever it takes will look at their dreams and goals and take whatever massive action is necessary to achieve them. Success is not about skill. It's about will. When we look at others, when we see others' success, most of the time they're willing to do what most people are not willing to do. Growing your will develops your winning mindset. So this entire week, be setting goals because you're building your winning mindset. Decide today you are willing to do whatever it takes. I could remember it like it was yesterday, starting my business. I knew I was going to be successful because I decided I was willing to do whatever it took for as long as it took. No matter what came my way, my heart was and is only filled with vision and love. Commitment changes the game. All right, my friends? So tomorrow, we're going to be talking about 2 more ways to develop your winning mindset. Have a great day.